What's up, Book Nation? Welcome back to another video. And I just want to start off by saying I'm sorry I haven't posted in a minute. I've been busy. My birthday was last week, but that's no excuse. I should have been posting even for my birthday. And I just want to say I apologize. And we're back at it again. And this time, we're gonna try my best. We're gonna try. I'm gonna go back into streaming soon. I'm actually about to upgrade my PC, so we got to get the whole PC so we be able to stream on that. Stream the games that I was supposed to stream. Okay, I can name a couple games I was supposed to stream, but I haven't streamed yet. I'm sorry. I apologize to my people. Now, this video is called "What are we reacting to today?" Don't wait. Almost forgot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Tell me what you want me to react to next. I react to music, funny videos, everything. If you want me to make a Discord, I can, or Reddit, I will. Let me know. But what all I want for you guys is to like, comment, and subscribe, and help me get in contact with Internet City, because those are my favorite people. That's why I started doing this, because Internet City. If you can help me get in contact with them, I'll be happy. But anyways, enough with the talking. Today we are reacting to horror games I could easily survive 3. I haven't reacted to the other ones. If you want me to, I will. Just let me know. So let's get straight into it.
Before, when it comes to scary entertainment, horror games got it. But
That's true.
What if we took it a step further? What if instead of playing these games and controlling the characters, we went for that full immersive experience and we're in the games? Would we survive?
No.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we gonna be going over some horror games I could easily survive. And I don't got no time to spare. Y'all know what we do. Strategy, game plan, thought process, and of course, some of the ones that I can't.
That's right. Fears of... I don't think I ever played this one. I want to play it. I heard they good.
A lot of y'all may know that I've gone over this series before, but in case you don't know it, Fears to Fathom is like any other horror game series, except these games are based on true stories, and not like The Conjuring based on a true story where they exaggerate everything, like a pencil will fall and they'll be like, "It was a demon!" Nah, I'm talking real stories with real events submitted by real people, and that makes these games automatically way scarier than other games. Last time I went over one of these, I did Carson House, which is about, spoiler alert, about your pet ex breaking into your crib and trying to kill you. I know, relatable. So this time I decided I'll go over the latest installment of the series, Fears to Fathom, episode 5, Woodbury Getaway. In this one, we play as this girl who's planning a cabin trip with her buddies, and since it takes place in 2007 and Airbnb didn't exist yet, they rent this cheap spot through a website like back in the good old days. But on the way up there, stuff gets a little weird. First off, one of the 2 friends that was coming on the trip with you starts running late, so you're stuck alone with your other friend, which you may be like, "Oh, how was that bad?" The other friend is a dude, which wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't a dude who clearly likes you. Yeah, and he's not so discreet about it either. He's one of those "where my hug at" dudes. Type of dude that's on the top of your head when he hugs you and stuff. So, you know, that's already bad. Then the area the cabin is in, the locals are just weird. And I'm not even saying that because they're all chopped. Like, you know, they're nice, but weirdly nice. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That ever happened to y'all? You go to another state or city and everyone there just seems off? That junk is scary. I remember one time,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been out the state, so I wouldn't even know.
I was in Pennsylvania visiting a friend and we stopped at the mall, and it was the weirdest thing. I'm in the mall, right? And these dudes walking past me are like smiling at me and greeting me and stuff like, ugh. I thought I was in the mall, not Chick-fil-A, bro. Keep it pushing. And just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder for our main character, when they arrive at the cabin, they find the owner of the crib just chilling there. Yeah, like imagine your Airbnb host is just kicked up at the spot you rented talking about some, "Oh, my bad, I was just fixing the sink." Like, are we serious? This one 99 a night gets us? Or at least that's who they thought was the owner of the crib. Because after our friend leaves to go get our other friend who was running late, we're left alone with this host. And after we receive a message from the host while he's right in front of us, we realize this guy is not the host. Yup, Woodbury Getaway is about a stranger infiltrating your cabin without you even realizing it. Which is kind of like the last one we did, but he was already in there, so it's different. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with this time. And I'm gonna be honest,
I'm gonna play.
This is just too easy. You telling me my opposition in this one is an old man who, let's be honest, is homeless. He's illegally staying in someone else's crib. He's homeless. And what? Has a hammer for a weapon? Oh, please. At least the one from the last game was a meth head, so she had like, you know, some extra durability. But this dude is a regular. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save myself the time and the energy and do what the girl should have done when she found out this guy was a phony. If I was in this, the second I get a text message from the actual host while this phony host is right in front of me, I'm gonna simply be like, excuse me, let me go to the bathroom real quick. And I'm texting my weirdo friend to come back immediately. He gonna come rushing back because, you know, he like me or whatever. And at the same time, I'll tell the actual host to call the cops just like in the game. And after that, it'll be happily ever after. I'll be Gucci Kabuchi. Energy saved, time saved, and I didn't even break a nail.
You're not wrong. Resident Evil. I don't think I'll ever survive Resident Evil.
I know I had to bring it back. Once again, we got Resident Evil, but this time, Resident Evil 8. If you don't know this one takes place a few years after Resident Evil 7, where after saving our girl, we finally settled down and had a baby. Oh my goodness, can I get an applause? Can I get an applause? But although things started off good, we know something gotta go down. And this one might have one of the craziest intros to a game I've ever seen. Because within the first 2 seconds of this one, my wife, the mother of my child, the woman I hold so dear and cherish so much, gets gunned down immediately. And me and my baby both get kidnapped. Yup, and just like the last game, I'm tasked with rescuing my baby. But instead of it being from a Louisiana home, it is a whole castle. Yeah, just keep the baby,
Yeah,
bro.
keep the baby.
At this point, I'm gonna just do a full reset. Do you know what I went through in Resident Evil 7 to get my girl back? Just to see her get mowed down right in front of me? Yeah, just keep it, bro. I already dealt with them hillbillies. You think I'm gonna go and rescue someone from a castle now? What you think I look like, Mario? I don't even know that baby that well for me to go face off against a freaking fish monster, a doll maker. Yeah, I know how I feel about dolls. A lady who's practically a vampire, which, I don't mind this one that much. And no joke, a dude who can manipulate metal. Yeah, they got me facing off against freaking Magneto. And that ain't even including the little minions running around in the final boss. Keep the baby, bro. I'm surviving this one. I'll move to Jamaica and just start over.
Understandable. Dead by Daylight, all the killers.
Now this game is probably the most different one out of all of them. Yeah, it's a survival game like the rest where you're being chased by a killer. But the thing about this game is, these dudes got everybody and their mama on the roster. Yeah, I'm talking Chucky, Michael Myers, Ghostface, Leatherface, Pinhead, Pyramid Head, Jigsaw, the Ring Girl, Freddy Krueger, a Xenomorph, and a Demogorgon. Like, are we serious? A Demogorgon? Y'all already had a Xenomorph. And to make things worse, this is already on top of their very own roster of killers.
Hillbilly's crazy.
It's like, how am I supposed to hang? I know my strategies be elite, but if these dudes jump me, I won't even have time to think. But luckily for me, the game isn't played like that. In the game, yeah, there's hella killers, but you face them one at a time. So with this knowledge, now do I stand a chance?
Maybe.
No. Because even if you do manage to outrun these dudes, the only way to leave the airs in this game is to fix 5 generators, which is like, look at me. I look like I could do a lot of things. Swing a baseball bat, maybe run a deli, but fix a generator? Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Yeah, this is looking like a loss. And I know once the other 3 people I'm with get murked, there's a little hatch that opens up that you could escape through, but that's only if you find it. And I never did. Even in my most consistent era of playing this game, which was, I don't know, 2018, I would never find a hatch. So I'm not banking on that. I'm sorry. This was a loss, y'all. Don't get it.
No, that's understandable. You won't catch me. Either I die or I survive by hiding. Fuck all that. You won't catch me, my nigga.
I ain't saying I'm losing to all the killers. I wonder there's people like Chucky and Ghostface running around. You know they're getting what? But a majority of them, yeah, I won't lie, they got it.
The only way you win against Chucky and Ghostface if you still are whipping and kill them or you already have a gun. Yeah, basically.
I'm not gonna lie, this may sound crazy, but this might be my favorite horror game ever. So
I never played it.
Be prepared for the yap. Until Dawn is a decision-based horror game where we follow this group of teens or young adults who are staying at a ski lodge. Pretty dope trip. I gotta do it one day. But after playing a bit of a bad prank on one of their friends, it kinda sorta maybe leads to her and her sister's death.
Oh.
Bodies never found. But it's not over, because after these tragic losses, they get the bright idea to come back again the next year. Yeah, 2 of their closest friends die because of them, and instead of calling it quits, they're like, so, we bringing Uno next time, or... But this time when they returned to the lodge, stuff was different. Because this time, there was not 1, not 2, but 3 potential killers after them. Who are they and why are they doing it? I'll get to that in a second. And with no power in the crib or service on their phones, they have to try and survive until dawn. So yeah, this won't be easy, but I always find a way. Before I even get to my strategies though, and yes, strategies, because I have multiple, I gotta make a few things clear when it comes to what we're facing in this game. Because when I said we're going up against 3 potential killers, I kinda lied, kinda. Because in the game, 2 of the killers ain't even like really killers. They're more like misunderstood. One is Josh, who's the brother of the sister that died because of the prank. And to me, if he actually did want to murk the whole cast, except Sam and Chris, I'd understand. You think you're just gonna indirectly kill my sisters and it's gonna be peaches and roses? Nah. Still, I wouldn't want him to, but I'd understand. Instead though, he takes on this Fugazi Jigsaw personality to prank them back. And the other is the flamethrower guy, who is not very well kept, but he's not a bad guy. As a matter of fact, he's actually trying to take out the real problem in this game, the Wendigo. A skinny, ugly, bald monstrosity. Hella strong, hella durable, hella fast, can imitate people's voices, and its only weakness is fire. This thing is a problem. And while you may be thinking, well, on the bright side, you only gotta worry about the 1 Wendigo, right?
It's
there
multiple.
Are 14 of these things.
14?
Not just all roaming around. I don't want to make it seem that crazy. But if I made the wrong choices and ran into the wrong building, I could run into them. So yeah, this just went from difficult to extremely difficult. But
not really.
I think I'll be good. I mean, not to brag, but I'ma brag. I got the good ending on my first run of the game. Yeah. I did abandon Emily in those mines though. Point is though, I got this. Alright, so we already know that in the game, I'm gonna have to deal with at least 1 of these lanky dudes. But TBH, I'm not even thinking about that. Cause part of my first strategy is realizing all this stuff only started happening after that dang prank. If you ain't know, all this stuff only happened because the main cast of the game pretty much pranked their friend Hannah by convincing her that the guy she wanted, Mike, was down to get down, if you get what I'm saying. But when she got in the room and found out it was a setup, she ran out the lodge, leading to her sister running after her and both of them, dying. And this junk pisses me off to this day, cause bro, talk about over dramatic. I understand they pranked you, you were humiliated, you were embarrassed, but running out into the snowy woods with no coat during a blizzard? What you think? You in a movie?
Oh, here he goes blaming the victim.
Is Hannah really that innocent though? Really? I'm not saying what happened to her was deserved. I'm not saying that.
Never that.
That guy she liked wasn't like some rando or something. It was one of her best friend's boyfriend. And I can only speak for guys. I don't know if ladies got something like this. Y'all can let me know if y'all do. But guys have a rule for these situations. And it goes something like this. You don't do that. So honestly, a prank is calm compared to what I've seen other people get for doing the same thing. But I will say, where they dragged it was the whole recording thing. It's like, is that a selfie stick? The point is, all this happens because these dudes wanted to prank her and record her. Whether Hannah was being over dramatic or was innocent or whatever, doesn't matter in this situation. Because if I was in the game, this wouldn't happen at all. And that's my first strategy. If I was in the game, I would have caught off the prank. Put the selfie stick down, Matt. All of this could have been prevented if they just had a simple conversation. And the funny part is, the girl who orchestrated this prank wasn't even the girl that was dating Mike. It wasn't Emily, it was Jessica, the girl who ends up taking Mike from Emily later. So what was the point in all this? That's like me snitching on you because you attempted to go rob a bank and then I go rob that bank. Yeah, strategy 1, I'm calling off the prank. Even if I didn't know this other stuff, bullying is just not in my nature. Unless I'm on the game, I'm a pretty nice guy. But let's say all this stuff still does happen. And I come back to the cabin the next year with the whole crew.
Which
How
I
am I
will.
gonna deal with Josh playing Fugazi Jigsaw and a Wendigo? Well, that's also pretty simple. Here comes my second strategy. We know that Josh only got a chance to play Psycho Killer so well because he was left alone with only 2 people. But if I'm there, not a single person is leaving that crib on my watch. It's true. I don't care how bad Jesse and Mike want to get one in or how bad Emily wants to get her bag. No one is leaving the lodge until we get them lights on. Once we do, they can go die in the mines or on the mountain if they want to. But until then, ain't no one leaving. And with everyone forced into the crib, Joshua over here won't risk doing any of that stupid jigsaw stuff. Oh, but what about the Wendigo? You don't even gotta worry about that. because this plan kills two birds with one stone. Because after we get the lights on, the Wendigo won't even come near the crib. Why? Well, because from what we know, they only hunt at night. Meaning, the light during the day probably affects their vision. Meaning, a huge source of light like this house would be a turn off for the Wendigo. Meaning, we good.
Good,
Wendigo
yep.
gonna have to hold another L. She ain't eating me. It's just that easy, y'all. It really is.
Mouth-watering? I don't think I ever watched it.
A lot of
Oh,
y'all asked for this
mouth-washing.
one. Mouth-washing
Oh,
is a horror
I
game
seen
where
it.
we follow this crew aboard a spaceship who are stranded after some idiot on board caused their ship to crash. And with no one coming to save them and barely any supplies, they try and hold out with nothing but a little bit of hope and hella mouthwash. Boom. We got the whole setup. Now, before I continue,
But
let
you're
me
in a
just
ship,
say,
though.
this game is one of the most disturbing pieces of media I've ever experienced. Like, I don't know why I only thought movies could get this disturbing, but this game got it. And just like Dead by Daylight, this game is different than the rest of them. And not because of some difficulty thing, although it is pretty difficult. The thing with mouthwashing is, throughout the whole game, we're always the bad guy. If we're not playing as Jimmy, who, if you don't know, might as well be the devil. Like, he's a terrible guy. And an idiot. Actually, the same idiot who crashed the spaceship. We're playing as Curly, who obviously isn't as bad as Jimmy, but bro, this man is the GOAT of doing nothing. I just can't be either of the main characters in this game. I refuse. So for this scenario, let's just say I'm a part of the crew instead. What am I gonna do to get out this situation? I mean, what can I do? The ship is destroyed. We don't got much besides mouthwash. And if we step outside, it's space. So we're dead. What I will do though, even if I am gonna go out, I'm not gonna let this bum, stupid
Dang.
Jimmy waste any more of our precious oxygen on his ship. Forget all these time skips. Day 0 after the crash, me and Swansea paying Jimmy over here a visit and packing him up. After that, me and the rest of the crew could just slowly go out, cause hey, at least Jimmy's gone. Mouthwashing though, yeah, this is a loss.
Parasocial. I would survive this one. I would survive.
Parasocial is another Chili as Art horror game just like the first time around. But instead of playing as a barista, this time we play as a female streamer. Yup, all my Discord members, your dream has finally been fulfilled. Derica FDB is finally real. Kitty headphones and all. But being a female streamer ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Cause yeah, I already know some of y'all gonna be like, what you mean? You could just boot up a hot tub stream and run up some donos. Nah, it ain't that sweet. I mean, I could do that. But my point is, there's things that come with it. Whether you're playing into the meta or just being regular, as a female streamer, you gotta be careful. Cause them same dudes donating, spamming W's, you know, tier 3 sub for 4 years, could be the same ones thinking you their girlfriend and following you home. And that's exactly what this one's about. Parasocial relationships. Meaning, we got another stalker on our hands, ladies.
I feel like people who do that really doesn't have a life and just need to chill.
and
But
gentlemen.
hey, I don't
That
judge.
should be easy, right? Just pop my domain like I did last time and I win. Nah, because in this game, it's a bit more elaborate than that. You see, the stalker in this game has multiple chances to get me. But for some reason, he don't. He sees me at the store, he sees me in the elevator. The dude even gets into my apartment and he don't do nothing. What is wrong with you? What, you just stalking me for the love of the game for sport? Try and kill me already. This dude even pulls up on me in the coffee shop and starts watching my VODs right next to me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if one of y'all pulled this on me, just expect to get popped or the authorities called on you immediately. I'm not playing. But the point is, this dude is just not doing anything. Instead, what he'll do is he'll pull up to my stream and say all this weird stuff in my chat. Like, what is going on? Y'all know I don't stalk people often, so I don't know too much. But this isn't regular stalker activity. He would have struck by now. So what
Maybe you just
is
don't want
going
to kill it.
on? Well, it turns out, while you do have a stalker, it's not actually a tier 15 sub from your streams. It turns out it's your ex. And not just him, but someone he hired to stalk you. His uncle who's pretending to be a cop so you don't go to them. And his mama who's pretending to be the building manager to monitor you. How the frick did he get his mama in this? And he's doing all so he can look like a hero when he comes to save you from your stalker and get back with you. I know, insane. And while I am pretty smart, you know, I know big words, homeostasis, I don't think I would figure this out. So then how would I deal with this? Well, after some thinking, it hit me. Bro, I'm a streamer, a female streamer. Sorry, I just like doing that effect. That has nothing to do with it. But I'm a streamer, a pretty successful one at that. 2K live viewers, that's pull. And that pull is gonna be what wins me this one. Imagine this. The stalker, after successfully following me around for the day, tuned into my stream to torment me and send me some more cryptic messages or whatever. As soon as I see his messages pop up on the feed, all he gonna hear is, yo, chat, find out where this guy lives. His heart gonna immediately drop to his ankle. And considering my viewers are Japanese, I have no doubt they'll find every drop of info about this man. And that ain't even racist. Japan got one of the highest average IQs, so back off. In fact, they'll find so much info that my ex will have no choice but to call off his little ruse. And then he'll leave me alone. No violence, no bloodshed, just a little intimidation of one of his employees, and he'll realize the power this VTuber holds. Only downside is I'll probably get banned if I'm streaming on somewhere like Twitch and lose my livelihood for a little. And before you say, oh, but you could just tell me you're being stalked and felt unsafe. You think Twitch cares about their streamers' safety? Nope, but Parasocial, I'm surviving. That was pretty much all the horror games I wanted to go over this time, and y'all know what to do. Comment down below the ones you guys think I was wrong.
Guys, I'm not surviving none of those. None of them. None of them, because I'm just that ass. I'm ass at horror games. If you want to see me play a horror game, let me know. Comment down below, and I'll post, like, I played Phasmophobia. I was Phasmophobia. I know better. Don't go in the motherfucker house. But let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful night, everybody. Goodbye, Wook Nation.